These are the top 10 things to do in Paris. Number 1. Eiffel Tower. This is a must-do when visiting Paris. The view from up there is absolutely breathtaking, especially at dusk when all the colors come out. The Eiffel Tower is one of the most recognized world attractions and the most visited paid monument in the world. But the funny thing is that it was initially intended to be temporary. Including the tip, there are 3 levels in the Eiffel Tower: the first floor, the second floor, and the summit, top level. Museum exhibits, a glass floor, revolving exhibitions, gift stores, and restaurants are all located on the first floor. The Jules Verne restaurant, more stores, and an observation space are all located on the second floor. The portion of the ground around the tower known as the Esplanade is open to visitors at no charge, though entry requires going through security. You may get a fantastic perspective of the Eiffel Tower by visiting the Champ de Mars, which is where it is located. There is an entrance fee if you want to climb the Eiffel Tower. Depending on how you want to go and whether you want to take the elevator or the steps, there are different price ranges for visiting the Eiffel Tower. It should be included in your online reservation if you make a reservation at one of the 2 main restaurants at the Eiffel Tower, Madame Brasserie or Le Jules Verne. To use the elevators, you simply need to show evidence of your dinner reservation. Every evening, 20,000 lights and 336 projector spotlights combine to produce a breathtaking light show at Eiffel Tower. Every evening from dusk to 1 a.m., the light show takes place on the hour. With the exception of the final exhibition at 1 a.m., which is 10 minutes long, the glistening display of shining lights lasts for 5 minutes. The final performance of the evening is also the most dramatic since the yellow lights that illuminate the tower itself are shut out. Number 2. Montmartre. Beautiful views of Paris may be seen in the picturesque hillside suburb of Montmartre. Montmartre is a district in the 18th arrondissement of Paris. It is located on the hill of Montmartre, at its foot and on the slopes of Mont Sainte-Victoire. It is one of the greenest districts in Paris. Famous artists from around the world who worked and resided in Montmartre and the surrounding areas frequented it. The picturesque alleys and ambiance of Montmartre served as an inspiration to artists like Picasso and Van Gogh. You can still witness painters and other creatives at work on their newest creations today. The renowned Sacré-Cœur Basilica, a significant political and cultural landmark, is located at the summit of the hill. It is an architectural marvel. Moulin Rouge is now a well-liked tourist destination. Number 3. Museums. In Paris, there are over 100 museums. The Louvre is the largest art gallery in the world and the most well-known museum in Paris. It is the location of the Mona Lisa by Leonardo da Vinci, as well as other masterpieces by some of art's history's greatest painters. Going through the stunning glass pyramid at the entryway will let you start your journey. At Les Invalides, one may view a variety of buildings and monuments honoring France's military past, including Napoleon's burial. The high-tech Pompidou Center, where the largest modern art museum in Europe is housed, was constructed. You absolutely must visit the nearby Stravinsky Fountain. Number 4. River boat cruise on the Seine. We always recommend tourists to the city to take a Seine river cruise, which is a very well-liked method of seeing Paris. These quick river cruises give you the chance to see many of the city's landmarks as you float along the Seine River, including the Louvre, the Eiffel Tower, the Musée d'Orsay, Notre Dame Cathedral, etc. Particularly during the summer and during school breaks, the boats might become crowded. There are frequently fewer people on the day's first and last cruises. When visiting Paris during a busy season, we advise arriving at the port well before the desired cruise departure time to purchase your ticket and be among the first to board. Due to the fact that cruises cannot operate in extreme weather, they are frequently canceled during storms. Any Seine cruise tickets should be purchased in advance. Since the majority of the ticket booths are situated along the quays along the river, you must search directly down the river. To get to the riverfront quays and locate the boat mooring place, you frequently have to descend a flight of stairs. Number 5. Versailles. A gorgeous French city with strong royal ties, Versailles sits nearby Paris and is well known worldwide for its palace and gardens. The trip takes less than an hour from the French capital, and it's well worth it to explore the region's rich history and some of its most stunning buildings. The chateau is the perfect destination for a day trip because it is only 20 kilometers, 12 miles outside of Paris. Assuming no significant traffic jams and depending on your precise Paris location, a one-way trip between Paris and Versailles by Uber or cab will normally cost you a minimum of roughly 40 to 50 euros. Transit time, again, depending on where you are in the city, may take between 30 and 45 minutes, but it can easily take more if you get trapped in city traffic or on the périphérique, the ring road surrounding Paris. Number 6. Disneyland. A day at Disneyland is a need on any vacation to Paris. Visit the most stunning place on earth and revel in Disneyland's magic as you see your favorite characters come to life and pose for pictures. You can learn about the art of filmmaking and witness how the pros create the blockbuster Hollywood films that you like watching on screen with admission to both. Disneyland Park and Walt Disney Park Studios, you can reach there by various means. Firstly, via bus. A daily shuttle service connects the Charles de Gaulle or Orly airports with Disneyland, which is 50 kilometers and 42 minutes away, respectively, by train. A 2-minute stroll will get you to Disneyland Park, Walt Disney Studios Park, and Disney Village from the Aulnay-la-Ville station. Number 7. Latin Quarter. The Latin Quarter is one of the must-see areas in the French capital and is situated in and around the 5th hour of gloomy Paris here on the left bank south of the river's center. If you prefer your history to be a little bit more medieval, you must visit the Museum of the Middle Ages. As soon as you enter this small, unassuming building from the 15th century, which was once the home of the influential Order of Cluny, you'll be transported back in time with some excellent collections of medieval art and artifacts. One of Paris's most attractive green parks is located in the Latin Quarter. The Jardin du Luxembourg is one of the best locations to find some fresh air away from the city's bustle. Along Rue Mouffetard, the center of the Latin Quarter, you can experience the history of this historically working-class neighborhood while also enjoying the lively bars and cafes. The magnificent Pantheon, one of Paris's most iconic structures, is a monument to the nation's greatest thinkers and heroes. Number 8. French Bakery. Visitors to Paris are in for a feast of delicious carb-filled treats. The French capital is bursting with boulangeries, which is French for bakeries, serving everything from buttery croissants to shattering tarts and fluffy as a cloud baguettes. If there is one bakery in Paris that you must visit more than any other, make it Paulin. This chain has multiple outlets scattered throughout the city. After all, this is undoubtedly one of Paris's most well-known bakeries. We personally advise visiting the location in Le Marais because it will enable you to explore many other famous places close by, saving you time during your trip to Paris. The Paulin bread, which bears the late baker's name, is the most well-known product offered by Paulin, while the shop also sells a wide variety of other sweet and savory items. Number 9. Galeries Lafayette. One of Paris's busiest, most upscale, and most prestigious retail districts is Galeries Lafayette. In this city, some of the most notable fashion moments throughout the reign of kings and queens have occurred, attracting the fervent affection of beauty and fashion fans. What else can I do at a department store but shop? You might be asking. You may also take French cooking classes, join a guided history and architecture tour, have lunch, see a fashion show, learn how to make macarons, and enjoy sweeping views of Paris from this location. Public transportation and taxis are readily available from central Paris to the retail store. Fashion-related items, colognes, cosmetics, gourmet foods, and furniture are the primary product categories at Galeries Lafayette. However, the shop also sells minor appliances, toys, books, luggage, and souvenirs. Number 10. Catacombs of Paris. The Catacombs of Paris are underground ossuaries in the city of Paris, France. Visit the Catacombs of Paris, a shadowland of tunnels and galleries hidden beneath the busy streets of Paris, to learn about the remarkable underworld of the city. The ossuary, currently known as the Catacombs, dates back to the 18th century, when the remains of more than 6 million individuals were transferred into an underground network of ancient stone mines in an effort to lessen the burgeoning number of cemeteries in Paris. As you proceed through the tunnels, you'll notice directional markers for the streets you were passing beneath, as well as the names of the original cemeteries from which the bones were transferred. There are several ways to get there. By train, you can reach their place, Denfert Rochereau, a public square in the Montparnasse neighborhood, is where the main entrance to the Paris Catacombs is situated. Tickets for the Paris Catacombs are available in advance for €29 for adults, €27 for tourists who qualify for a discounted rate, and €5 for kids. Enjoy the video? Now watch this one.